you're really in. Now that you stepped into my enemy, my night is complete. Now that you're finally here, and a part of it, and you like your life, the guardian of my sleep. Cause there is in my heart some kind of charm. I'm lost at sea, my dear. Every time I see you be my dear, I'm lost at sea, my dear. Every time I see you be my dear Lucy.
Hi, Leanne.
Hey, Ros, how you going?
Oh, fine. That actually worked.
That was cute.
It is, isn't it? It's a lovely one. Stephen Healy did quite a few of those a while back now.
Yeah.
That countdown timer videos. So I quite like that one. It's rather lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very peaceful, very in the moment.
It is.
I love
It is. And the other thing that I was just trying to find in that minute was where our scroller stuff's gone now, because there has been a slight change in the Be Live studio. So the normal banners that I put across, well, not the banners, I can do this. I went and hid that while I was playing the video.
There we go.
Sometimes we have that banner that goes across to actually let people know that we're actually live. That would have been the message. And I can't find it. Good evening to Mum. Hi.
Hey, Mum.
Hi, Margaret. And Terry, great to see you here, Terry. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And we've got Emma. And yes, oops, hang on. Did I put that? Yes, I did. I did have that up because there's two of them. That's why I thought, oops, I've done the wrong one, but no. So I hope we're both well. Yes. Are you on the right path? I'm always intrigued by that question because I've asked myself that so many times over, what am I now, 61 years? So I suppose you only start asking that in the mid-30s, wasn't it? When did you start asking yourself?
Yeah, it was probably in the 30s as well, I reckon. But I think it doesn't hurt to take a step back every now and then, take that deep breath and check in with yourself, because you're going to come up with the answers yourself with that question, knowing whether you're on that right path or not.
It is. And actually the path that you're on right now is the right path.
Exactly. It's going to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah. It's just feeling into that sense of intuition around your own destiny, that you're tuning in and you know it. Sometimes it is just that knowing. Doesn't matter to ask for help occasionally, which is what you're doing when you ask that question. And I'm putting this up and there's a nothing there and I'm thinking, Fawn, did you type anything or is that a glitch in somewhere? So, hi, Fawn.
Hey, Fawn.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning a bit further down.
Oh, yeah. Probably a slip of the finger or the FFS that I come up with sometimes, which is not the fat, it's the fat finger syndrome.
I didn't think what FFS was for a minute.
Oh, well, usually it's for fuck's sake, but it's fat finger syndrome.
Yeah, that one.
So I see, yes, it is lovely seeing the dolphins.
Yeah.
And as I'm seeing them as well, I'm realising, I think I'm wondering what they're doing there, but that's all right. Hi, Simone.
Hey, honey.
It's lovely.
She's been a very busy girl today. And yesterday. Making birthday cakes and whatnot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, it's my daughter's birthday today. Yeah. So, yes.
Happy birthday to your daughter.
For them. Yeah. Hi, Denise. She wouldn't be watching. Oh, no, my daughters, they wouldn't be. So, there's Fawn's message. Good morning. So, you're over in the other side of the world, obviously.
Canada, I think. by memory.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. And some tagging and hi, Anne. Yes, hello again. It is lovely because Anne was on this morning's live stream.
Beautiful.
So that was
Yeah.
lovely. And we seem to have, there's Fawn putting in a request. All right. And we will get to these at some point.
Yeah.
Just now, so that it's reminding me to actually say I have managed to cross post this show. So it's showing up on the Ros Boundy page. It's showing up on the Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page and Live Video Hub page. So if you're on those, you need to be over here with us on the mytimetv.live page. And I don't think I put a link in the description somehow, but do look above and just type in mytimetv.live. Because I'm not sure if I can actually put that on here. Hang on, let me have a squizzy wizzy. Oh, I don't know. Old titles and crawlers. So is that this one? There we go.
Look at that.
See, there it is.
Yeah.
I found that. It's in a new section. It's in a new section, Leanne. If you go to do your next show, it's in the section on screen agenda. You'll find it.
Oh, okay.
But there's not the crawlers and stuff there. Like this one here, I can actually show this one too that goes across the bottom.
Beautiful.
So I just found those. So they've incorporated it in with the agenda. So that's all that is. But hang on, I've got to find where. Yes, you hide it. It's a toggle switch. So there we go. So where did we get to here? And Fawn with the something to do with that FFS again, probably. I don't know. There's nothing in that one again, and it's a different one. It's a different one.
It is.
Yes. And Fawn has said she's shared and hello.
Thanks, honey.
And hi to you, Tash.
Oh, Tash.
And I'm not sure what's Emma doing the cry emoji thingy, or is that laughing? That's laughing with tears.
Laughing with tears.
Something we said.
Yep.
Something we said. And Simone saying bye.
She spelled it right a bit further down. I'd say she's either gone to bed or she's doing birthday cakes. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a very talented lady.
And Emma saying happy birthday for Denise. And there's Sharon. Shaz saying hi. And that's good. And Fawn is also adding to we're looking wonderful and happy, lady. So, yes. Oh, yeah, there's the bye spelt with the BYE.
Yep.
And wasn't it interesting because we used whoa, where did I go there? Something. I was trying to put in Fawn's where she is in Michigan.
Michigan.
So was right in guessing that. So yes, she's over that side of the world. So
beautiful. Since it's cold over there.
Oh yeah. Since we'd already put that there.
I get
I had snuck up with that, so I was thinking yes. It came through to me as yes, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that one's a quick, easy one, and that's another reminder for when you're wanting to ask a question. Do make it as detailed as you can. Then it's easier to get a more detailed answer. Really, something that's actually going to be a bit more meaningful instead of vague. So more directed to it. So yeah.
Not so general.
And here we've got Vivi from, I presume that's how it's pronounced, from Indonesia. So wanting to know some guidance around February, what's coming up. So that's going to be possible at some point, maybe. Yeah, we don't guarantee readings.
No.
And love Friday night. So that's lovely, Louisa. Thank you.
Oh, thank
and
you.
some more.
We like having you here with us.
And there we go. So I did. Yes, there we go. So that's
it happens. It's called technology. Has its own
mind. Oh, look at all this. And it's one of those things too. Oh, I haven't got my iPad here. It must be getting charged out in the other room. Looking at the astrology not that I looked at it in detail, but isn't it Mercury Retrograde?
Yes, we have gone back into that again.
So I'm sort of thinking, I've had a couple of technical issues. Was yesterday morning or was it the morning before? And I sort of thought, oh, it's probably Mercury Retrograde. I hadn't looked it up. And it's coming up. Is it a full moon?
Last night was,
last
and it
night.
was a very unusual full moon because usually, as we know, Ros, the full moon is things coming to an end. It was a very special full moon last night, and it was actually new beginnings sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was very different. So last night was a good night to put your intentions for what you're working towards, what you're wanting to achieve, and that vibration out into that energy of the bright moon. So
And I forgot to go out and have a look.
I did too, but I did do a meditation inside to connect with it. So
oh yeah. No, I just so totally forgot. I think I'd lasted up to a certain point, and then I just had to go to bed. That was it. It was like, because I really like watching that NCIS show. I missed it tonight.
Show.
I missed it though, deliberately. I thought, no, I'm going to sit in here and make sure that my technology is going to work first.
That's it. So, and it's funny because I couldn't sleep last night, but then yesterday, not feeling well, I went and laid down and had, I think it was like 2.5 hours sleep, Paul seems to think, when he woke me up.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was just like, I can't sleep.
Oh, you had the insomnia type stuff happening after that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Couldn't keep my eyes open earlier, but then I couldn't sleep. So
yeah, well, it just does. It can be like that. I mean, and I do think sometimes, well, you sort of wonder sometimes, why do you wake up in the middle of the night when you do, when there's absolutely no reason, no dream or anything woke you up or anything, you just find you're awake.
Yeah.
And you realise, okay, sometimes I'll come and check it on the computer and I find out, it's a webinar I was actually wanting to come to, and it was just something, and no alarm. I don't set them anymore. Yeah. I figure if I'm awake at the right time, I'll be part of it. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's that, or I definitely get that tweet from Spirit that they've woken me up with something I'm meant to be connecting with.
Yeah.
Not often for that, because I do put my little rules out to them and say, no, I want to sleep. So do you find that a lot, that's where and why,
In the past, definitely, yes. I've had to set my boundaries well and truly with that, because I was getting woken up 4 or 5 times a week sort of thing. But last night it seemed to be more, I just couldn't get to sleep. And then I would sit down and listen to the 1 o'clock news on the radio, and then the 2 o'clock news. And then I heard 2:45 at one stage, and I got frustrated within myself and listening to my husband snore. And one day it was cold, so that didn't help either. So but it's just going through the transition of the infusion, the blood iron infusion.
That iron infusion.
But I was tempted to get up and read or turn the computer on. I thought that's just going to make it even worse. So I persevered with that.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't turn mine off. I do that little thing that's in the corner that says sleep. The computer sleeps.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Then I don't have to wait for it to boot up every time. I've been doing that for years like that, especially with the better computers. With the PC, I used to have to turn it off most times. But no, not the Macs. I haven't found them to be too much of an issue. So
that's good.
Yeah. So, and Fawn's saying that she's 4 a.m. every night. Wow, that's early-ish. I mean, yeah, I tend to be more the 5, 6, but that's old wake-up time. Hey, isn't it funny, though, some of the habits that we get into our length, the long term of living from what we've learnt when we were kids, because we come off a dairy farm, and the habit pretty much was you'd be up at 5 o'clock when it was your turn to help milk to go and get the cows in. And it's just a time that seems to be carried forward, not so much 5 now, but 6. It's definitely that early rising that's lasted, the 60 years.
Wow.
Oh, well, 60. We started doing that when we were 10, so 50.
Mm.
And it's just kept on as that habit.
Yeah.
Now, I saw you writing something recently that was in one of your memes, or it was to do with the habit thing. 21 days to form a habit?
Yeah,
21?
28. I believe it's 28
28.
days sort of thing. So for myself, like I started just before, the week before Christmas, I think it was, getting up every morning, doing my meditation, doing my manifestation prayer, and then going off and doing a little bit of exercise before I have breakfast, a shower and all that stuff. So getting into that habit, it can get hard. We come up with our New Year's resolutions and we want to make change, whether it's, around losing weight, better financial flow, getting that ideal job and stuff like that. We need to get ourselves into the habit, the mindset of doing that. But I feel for myself, it's about 28 days of sticking it out before we can actually make it become routine, that it just flows in that side of it. And it's funny because I had a couple of mornings in the last week where I was a couple of mornings, I think it was a week and a half of getting up at 6:30 in the morning for online training courses that I've been doing. And then I would either go back to bed for an hour or so and then get up and do my meditation. But there was a couple of times I had appointments or something come up that I didn't have time. I chose the sleep over the meditation on those 2 days, but I did put the meditation into the day a little bit later. And I felt so out of whack by doing that sort of thing. So I love the fact that, when we do practice something and we keep ourselves in that energy, it becomes the lifestyle, not just the habit in that way.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny, and I'm just putting up here because Fawn's mentioned her daddy, so that's who I'm pretty sure is tweaking her for the 4 o'clock in the morning, is what that response is for. Yeah.
And I always say trust where your mind goes with things like that. That's your first thought, stick with it. Okay.
And she just loves her quiet time. It's a funny thing because of the habits that we can create. You're saying, as far as your meditation and your prayer time and what the other things that you're doing, that you're creating that new habit. I tried it a few years ago, doing the meditation. Well, didn't quite succeed. I got bored with it. It wasn't something that was gelling with me as much as I do like spending some time in a Zen space. I found over time that I wasn't enjoying the 10, I was only allowing 10 minutes. And then I dropped it back to 5 minutes because I get bored at 10 minutes. And then I get bored at the 5 minutes. It was just, for me, it wasn't working. And it's something, as you're saying, you're beginning to enjoy it and miss it when you don't have that in the right time slot regularity, because you've started to form that pattern and that habit. And it's something, even for me, what I found is making sure, when you're choosing something that you want to create a habit for, enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point? Because it was several years ago now that there was a challenge on Facebook, as we were starting to learn, like doing the live streaming and being in the public arena, having your face there, the tips and tricks to make it look easy, because, all the things that we were learning. And one of those challenges was just to do a daily live stream for 30 days. Well, I think I've probably gotten to nearly 2 years now.
I was going to say, there wouldn't be too many days you have missed, Ros.
No, it's only a few that I've missed of the daily around about the 8 o'clock. And it's really quite interesting because that in itself has led to some other habits as part of that process of creating, because now that Be Live does the simulcast to YouTube as well as Facebook, I can go back in and actually edit the YouTube, the description, and I actually put little chapters in, because there's ways of doing that with YouTube. And that's created that next habit that takes not very long, and it hasn't increased my, the watch numbers, subscriptions or whatever. Anyone that's there, look up Ros Boundy on YouTube and subscribe.
It doesn't cost anything to do it.
No, it doesn't. It's because it's creating that convenience for people to just go into that video on YouTube to say, look, here's the one that's going to because I do the 5-card spread, so that those who are regular on my morning shows will know by now, the work one, the home one, the unexpected, your role and the outcome. Like there's 5, and I've got them as the little chapter, so you can just jump to which one you like, which card you like, and listen to the description. It's quite fun doing that, and it doesn't take long. But to start with, it took a fair bit of time to make sure I'd done every step properly at the start, to create that ease as the habit started to grow. Yeah. And here is Fawn saying that she's an artist and she gets inspired during her quiet time. So it's the things that you can actually pick up as you're moving into those spaces and places of what you're designing for yourself, what you're creating for yourself in your habit.
Maybe people could put that in
Sarah, thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. And maybe that's something we can encourage people to put in the comments tonight. If you meditate or you do something to practice stilling your mind, whether it's listening to music, going for a walk, reading a book, there are so many different ways we can actually do it. We'd love to know how you're doing it as well. And you may find that you experience different things in that time. I think I said to you, Ros, was that earlier today, that with my meditations this last week, I've been moving some really big stuff sort of thing. I've started meditating to music because I was finding partway through my meditation, my husband or my daughter would come out and start making noise because our house isn't very soundproof. So that distraction was there. So I've started adding music into my meditations, and I put the earphones in. They can walk past me and I've got no idea. I go that deep into that music. So, and I'm loving it, to the point that I've felt spirit touch my hand while I'm meditating and just hold me in that time frame that I was in it, sort of thing, to some really deep stuff, moving stuff, going back into my childhood and that. So it's incredible.
So as you're doing that, it really can shift a lot of stuff. I'm just trying to think. I had a question there in my mind. Do you do I know that you've probably got some guided meditations, haven't you? I know I created some way back, and then the PC went and pissed its shit. I was going to it actually shat itself, but it broke down and I lost it all because it was one of those things I didn't save. I nearly broke my desk here. So, I haven't redone them because I can't remember what they were. It's one of those things. For those who are out here watching, do you actually use any specific guided meditations? What ones do you find to be the most benefit for you? Because I know I've got CDs, and these days CDs, who does CDs? Everything's online, isn't it? I've got plenty of them still. Guided meditation, John Edwards, and another one that was a dolphin one, and lots of different ones.
Here in the shelf, I've got John Edwards one and stuff like that. Like I've got a little box of guided meditations. But for me these days, and I was actually just looking for my phone, it must be in the lounge room, I use Spotify. I've downloaded some meditation music, some earthly sounds, some spa music sort of thing, and I just sort of get into Spotify and I just pick something. So I don't actually use for myself, and it's just the way I am. I prefer just to have the music and I talk myself through the meditation. So I have my own steps of opening up, releasing the negativity, connecting with the universe, Mother Earth, opening the heart chakra, and then calling on my highest of highest and not angels, guides to come in, and then sort of take it from there. But I do have some guided meditations. I think there's about 5 on my website that people can purchase and download, where I talk them through clearing the mind, letting go, connecting with your guides is just 3 of the 5 that are on there, sort of thing with that. So, and if you are a beginner, and even if you've been doing it for a while, sometimes to have that voice to talk you through it can be so much easier to go deeper.
Yeah,
because you've got that to focus.
I used to love it doing the meditation circles, and this is going back quite a few years. 2004 probably, because that's roughly when I was doing Kindred. Yes, it's been a long time ago. So doing the leading, as in doing the guided meditation from Meditation Circle, was really actually quite good fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because you just tune in and listen to spirit, whatever the words are that come out, you follow. So that's the part I love with that.
Yeah.
And just putting out Fawn, she said the art. So I have seen her art. It's beautiful. And that's what you obviously do a bit of meditative process with. And Sarah's actually she's doing so much craft. I've seen a photo of her wine bottle holder with the sea glass. It's wonderful. And the crystal is actually very creative. If there was an option to post a pic, I would. Yeah, I don't think you can in pages in the comments, can you?
No,
I don't
unfortunately
think.
not.
No.
Maybe you could email it to us, one of us, hun. So
you can probably no. Anyway, yes, we could do things like that as a post.
Yeah.
We'll think on that one. Unit to rain, Fawn. Oh, that'd be. I do like the sound of the rain on the.
Yeah, there's something very soothing about rain.
Weather Shaman of YouTube meditation's awesome. I haven't seen that one. That's a good idea to follow up, isn't it?
Yeah.
On YouTube. Oh, yes, I thought that's what you meant. And Terry, you're saying you're a bit behind. Is that in the technology stuff? Only just starting to use Spotify? Your granddaughter's showing you how.
That's why we have younger generations.
It is, but you start trying to use something new like, guess what I was spending time on today? Clubhouse. Some of you may have heard of this Clubhouse, and I have had an invite to that and trying to explore it and learn it. It's actually not too bad. So the possibilities of whatever that's going to offer, who knows? It's going to be a discovery, isn't it?
That's it. I can't wait to discover more about it. So
yeah, it's very interesting. So as far as being behind with technology, hey, you just take the steps that you need to do what you want to. Enjoy it. Don't get overloaded with all the FOMO, and FOMO means fear of missing out, because that's exactly what people targeting you want you to feel, so that you hurry and get in on it, when really it's not necessary. You do not have to at all. Just enjoy your time on the social media in the way that you enjoy it, not because someone's pressuring you. Like, we love doing this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And, we're not pressured to do it.
My daughter goes on about TikTok. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not even interested in looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know whether I have or not. I think I might have looked at it. I don't know that I signed in. I can't remember. Even if I did, just to have the look. Because if you put that pressure, you've got to sign up to have a look. Yeah. And then you supposedly stay. No, I haven't seen it since. No.
It's funny feeling my husband's in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
I know what he's
is that jelly slice still setting?
It shouldn't be set yet. He's getting impatient.
Oh dear. Naughty boy.
I should put a lock on the fridge.
Oh, look, at the moment we've got it's not so much doing that sort of cakey type thing, because the peach and nectarine tree are ripe. The fruit is ripe and sometimes falling down. So at night I pick up what's fallen and pick what's off the tree, gently, that it's going to drop in my hand, and do that night and morning. So we've been drying peaches.
Oh, nice.
We've done a peach, what's it? Chutney. Peach chutney. Absolutely delicious. I've done a fruit leather or two out of the nectarines and the peaches. eating fresh peaches and giving them away, and the tree's still got heaps on it. So
Oh my goodness, it's a good season.
Yeah, I love the summer for the fruits.
Yeah, definitely. I know my mum's been busy stewing fruits the last week.
And I didn't do stewed because I've got the white flesh ones. They don't taste as nice stewed.
Oh, okay.
The nectarines were the plums. I had someone swap some plums for some nectarines too, so I had stewed plums.
Nice.
And I've dried some, and they don't taste very nice dried. So, yeah. But what I thought I might do, just as part of, what was I going to do? I've put this there. Oh, hang on. This thing.
Yes.
Do you remember this thing that we used once upon a time for a competition? Now, what I've got in here is all of the cards from the Lenormand deck listed. And right on one of them, there's one that says it's a special prize. So I thought for those that are here, what we could do is, is there something I can do? No, the prize is just going to be a reading. I'll do a full-on reading for someone, but you've got to be here till the end. So if you want to let others know that we're just doing a little competition, remember to tag or share all that stuff. Or did I say that share word that Facebook didn't like once upon a time?
Spread the love. Invite.
They still not like it?
Apparently not.
Oh, God.
So,
it's all this stuff. I mean, that's part of what I think I'm going to like a little bit about the Clubhouse, because you can say what you want.
Yeah, that's it.
A bit freer.
And if you're watching from my page or any of the other pages across posted, make sure your friends that you're inviting in do jump in here to My Time TV so we can see their comments, so they can take part too.
That one.
Yeah.
I've got it. I've just put it down there, mytimetv.live. Remember to come into that page. Can I leave that? No, if I leave that up there, it takes too much room, doesn't it?
That's a big chest.
You
can sit that on my me.
I'd give mine away.
Yeah, me too. Most of it.
I've always felt that besides feeding the kids when they were babies, there's not much use for them. Get in the way.
They do, don't they?
I think we better start doing a couple of these readings.
The conversation can go anywhere.
It could, couldn't it? Oh, and I like to do it that way so that we've got it's clear to see what's there.
Yeah, let me get a deck out. So the deck I'm going to use is the Julia Morris Universal Provincy cards. Hopefully within the month we're going to have our own cards.
Lovely. I think I might use my Lenormand. I mean, I like the Lenormand, so I've got all 4 decks sitting here, so I might as well use them. Do you know what I did the other day? As I dropped some, a few of them got dropped on the floor, right? So as I went to move my chair backwards, that's on little coasters, you know, the wheels. Yeah. I ran over one, didn't I?
No.
Have a guess which one I ran over. And I thought, how flames
was it the women?
Was it? No, it wasn't the women.
Like the Lenormand cards.
It's one, not my good. It was the Rana George deck.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know that.
And it did sort of make a little dent in it. But guess what card it was? It was the coffin card that died.
Oh, no.
You can see how it's crooked. Oh, well, I can.
That's not too bad.
You can see. Oh, I've straightened it up a bit.
Yeah.
But it was the coffin card that was the one that was hit. Yes. And I thought, oh, no, but that was just so synchronistic.
Yeah.
What's your card? You can go first. I'll do solo.
Okay.
Solo you, and then I'll solo me.
All right. So at the moment, honey, I'm getting the reference to pull on your strength. So whether you're being tested a little bit lately or you're finding that you're questioning yourself, pull on that courage, that inner strength. Stay true to you as well. I get the reference to that's really important at the moment. Set your protection. Okay?
Yeah. And the card that I've pulled is the masks. And that to me is feeling partly, is that not flaring like that? Yes. Why is it that it's when my face is covered that it doesn't flare? Must be just the lighting.
Something in
There we go.
that.
Oh, hang on. There we go. I've
Yeah.
got the right angle for it.
Yeah.
Allow that vulnerability of showing yourself to others as you need to. Don't fear it. Trust that that's the right time to actually bring forward those moments, that whatever you're needing to share, that it is safe to be vulnerable sometimes. So step into your courage that Leanne just mentioned in those moments that you feel like, oh shit, this is too scary. But to show yourself, to actually open up to someone. It is safe. It is going to be okay to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for your question there, Fawn. And whoa, Milena's the next one. Hello, ladies. If doing readings tonight, would love to know how brutal next few months will be. Now, my question back to you is, why are you focusing on the negative wording there? I'm feeling that you're actually inviting in something that is going to be brutal with that forming of your question. Yeah. So I'd like you to ask it in a more positive way.
And that's the thing.
That way.
I'm there with Ros too. I get the reference to it. As much as it's going to be testing, there's going to be a lot of positives that come out of this too. So to me, it's the feeling moving forward. It's about moving forward.
And the card in that very quick shuffle is the snake. So it really is an awareness and watching how you're using those words. Yeah. Because it's almost a manipulation of that perspective without knowing that you're doing it. Have the awareness that it is, in your control to rephrase and reset your thinking and perspective on it.
On top of that, Ros, can I just add, we have the choice to lean into that negative energy, or we have the choice to pull back and set our boundaries and stand in our power as well. So if you give permission for that negative to happen, things happen for us. They don't happen to us. All right. And I'd love to know that in the comments. Who believes that things happen for them, or who believes that things happen to them? Because when we allow things to happen to us, we're allowing that negative and all that lower vibrational stuff to happen. Okay. So it's about setting the mindset and the boundaries, and not inviting that negative energy in. You may need to go through things that you can't change, but you don't have to allow it to bring you down into that energy, if that makes sense. All right. So I hope that helps, honey.
Yeah. Hopefully, yes. Emma was actually after a card as well. I'm going to go into the Rana George deck for that one.
Okay, the card I have is Paradise, honey. The energy is flowing. Allow it to continue. See yourself in that space. So whether lately you've sort of been struggling a little bit, or you can feel that energy moving. I do feel that energy is moving in quite quickly as well. But see the beauty in everything as well. It's there for the taking. Okay.
Oh.
I can hear you laughing.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's right. It's up the right way. I was holding the card up and it wasn't me. I had you on solo. Here we have the sun. So it does continue in that strength of the energy that is the sun being more that Ra and Yang energy. So it's got that very solid masculine feel around bringing forward what is that is in the light, so that you actually got really good visual understanding, all of it showing, because it's in the full light. So that's what I'm feeling as far as, continuing on from the card that Leanne had shown, which was, what was it again? Oopsie, hang on, I haven't unsoloed me. Doing that again.
I muted myself as well.
Oh, had you?
Tell my family we could hear everything they were saying.
I'm just waiting for the dogs to bark, because we had them doing that just before I went live, and I thought, God, I hope they don't bark again like that while I'm actually on live. But still.
They know
It's what
mum's
dogs
intentions
do.
elsewhere.
Oh, yes. Now, the next one would be now Vivi, way back when we said hello. Hers is the next one.
Hey,
So
honey.
she's actually wondering what would
Deja.
February bring ahead for her. So it's broad,
Whew.
but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't look at the paperwork, honey, so I don't know if you're looking at contracts or there's paperwork being put in front of you, but Spirit's just making a reference to there are decisions to be made and the paperwork will be there. I do feel that it is positive, though, with that, so allow that energy into your life. I actually feel like you need to open your heart up, honey, and allow yourself to receive. So whether you're a little bit blocked around the heart at the moment, but my feeling is things will start to move through very shortly. Okay. Wish you all the
Good.
best.
Good. And the card that I've got, which is interesting, in this other deck that's the Bluebird. Oh, is it Bluebird? Yeah, it is. It's the Bluebird Lenormand deck that I've chosen to use for you. And it's actually the snake. So, we've had the two snakes from different decks. So it's, and it's not focusing. Isn't that very annoying? Because I did have a quick read. It's just having the awareness not to have, that those around you or even you yourself, sometimes we get into that mode of manipulating, trying to con someone or being con. So it's actually having that awareness that we don't really want to be convincing other people into something that we know that really isn't suitable for them. That really is only just because of our own agenda, not theirs. So that's what I'm feeling with this one in your case there. So it may be that it's something that's been a pattern that's going to be moving through and ceasing through February. So work on that as an awareness through that month. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now, and we'll drop the comment. And did we do one for Fawn? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Judy is saying she's moved her family. That's a heck of a task to do, isn't it? Moving. I've done it a few times in the last couple of years, but I don't, it's more just me and one other person household type, half a person household. Yeah, it's mainly been just a single household. Yeah.
I do feel yes to that question.
Yeah. Yes.
Give yourself the time to settle in, honey.
There's something I'm feeling around that with water and the flow of the energy of what is water or something. Have you moved to somewhere that is near a body of water, a river, dam, or the sea? I'm feeling it is that undercurrent of energy that's really fluid. I'm feeling things flowing a lot better for you by having moved, so that is creating the shifts that you wanted in the shift. So, I hope you understand that. It almost feels like, are you into dowsing, Judy? I'm almost feeling like they're probably just getting that vision of, those forky things, the like a wishbone thing. Yeah, where your wires cross. Yeah, like dowsing for water. It's what I'm feeling as far as it really feels like. Not that you need to know that there is water there. It's the energy flow, but it feels to me more in the form of that watery. So I'm feeling if there's been emotional blocks and things happening in your life, that's where I'm thinking you've certainly done that.
She's
right
on the
move.
ocean.
Hey?
She's just for a comment there. She's on the ocean. I love it. I had to laugh too because, obviously we've been thinking about it right at the bottom.
Yes.
We've been thinking about moving, and today Paul said about being closer to the ocean. I had to laugh the way that came up.
And she has done the dowsing before.
I love it. Well done.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
It is trusting yourself. You have done the right move. I turned off the notifications. Silly phone.
You love technology.
No,
Is that retrograde?
Oh, it is. Look, Spirit will actually make it known to you when it wants you to notice. Well, he does, doesn't it? Now, whose was that one that I'd just done?
Judy.
Judy, because I've gone, wee! You know how you do the scrolly thingy and it goes, wee, all the way down.
I was going to say, how does it go, Ross?
Wee! I like my magic mouse. It's really sensitive.
I love it.
Oh, it really is sensitive. There it is. There it is. Gee, that's back at 2040. Oh, we're way behind, aren't we?
Just a little.
But we love the way we do it. Having a knee replacement. Yeah.
You'll be okay, honey. All right. Positive thoughts. Now, my mum went through that nearly 3 years ago. And had 2 of them done a week apart, so each leg done a week apart. So I think the trick with what I watched Mum do was the need to keep moving, to get up and get moving, get the knee going sort of thing. So my feeling is you'll be okay. Just ask for the good drugs, and you have to excuse my cat Dobby behind me carrying on. Dobby.
Dobby?
Take your cat, please.
Have you named your cat Dobby?
He was called Dobby when we got him. He's a rescue cat.
I like that name. Yeah, sorry about the interruption. I just had a coffee brought in.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Ros, I'm just changing screens so I can take care of that on the side.
Yep.
But I'm still here. You'll see me looking
Yeah,
around.
no, that's fine. Because I've got my Facebook open and haven't been monitoring it. With the knee, I was just thinking, just allow the healing process to do its thing properly too.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Somebody's already taking care of it for us.
Oh, wonderful. So someone's doing wonderful monitoring there. Thank you.
Probably.
Well, it could be, especially if it's a my time one. I dare say it might be.
On that quite quickly.
Either that, or I know Sarah's been doing a wonderful job for me sometimes too. Thank you. And Tiana, hello, ladies. Can please have some guidance for the next couple of weeks. So that's a generalised one too. I'll go for these. Is that what that says? Yeah. So you're still having a looky at what's happening there?
As well. I noticed a different one there as well, but she's on that too. She's super efficient.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's all good. And it's wonderful to be able to look after each other in whatever way we can. And, nice card. Nice card. What I've picked out for you, I'll go first this time, Tiana. It's the fish. Oh, it's just getting that angle again, isn't it? So it doesn't flare. Fish is about abundance. So it's actually a really good card to have. So over the next few weeks, you are actually going to build. And it in some respects, it can be money, but it's also more just the resources and having that feeling of richness in your life and abundance in other as well as money. So it is something, just be careful that you're not going to overindulge. I'm feeling when it comes in, don't spend it straight away type of thing. Still have some discernment of where it needs to be used most effectively, but it's certainly going to be a very nice, abundant couple of weeks ahead. Okay. And we'll do Leanne. Oh, were you ready?
Yep. I need to just bring my screen back so I can see where I'm putting the card. Is the Goddess card, honey. Sit in your own power. Put yourself first. Nurture you, okay? Sit in that more feminine energy rather than the masculine sort of stuff around you. Sometimes we can have that real masculine side happening around us, and we sit in that energy as females. So try to go back within, look into yourself, into that more feminine, loving, light, beautiful energy, okay? And things will move in that way. All right. So wishing you all the best with that.
Oh, good. Good. Yes. And then we've got, excuse me, I think I need some of this. Oh, stuck on my coaster.
Oh, goodness.
And Rashina, hello, ladies. Can I please have guidance? Will I be moving home soon? Oh, I'm getting a yes. What are you getting, Leanne?
I got yes with that too.
Yeah. How soon is soon for you? I'm feeling it's probably just going, it'll be this Yeah.
Yeah, I get 2 to 3, so whether I'm looking at 2 to 3 months or 2 to 3 weeks, but I do get yes straight away with that one.
Yeah, cool. I'm not too good on the timing of stuff, but I do feel it is this year. Yeah, definitely. And Sonia, if you'd like something on your relationship, I'm going to pick these cards this time. And we're still getting some stuff happening over there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how that is happening because the feed is either behind or it's not showing up on.
Okay, I'm just going to have a look too. Right, I'm just doing the reporting thing as well. If we both hit it, no, it's saying undo. Other steps, hang on. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
so it's been
the band.
hidden
So
now.
someone has been doing them. So
Yeah, it obviously just was a bit delayed on.
Well, I haven't refreshed the screen. That's probably another
Yeah,
thing.
well, that's what I just did to get it.
All these tricks in behind a live screen, people. It actually isn't that difficult, but it's a pain in the ass when you get that sort of thing happening. And for people like yourselves that are seeing it coming up, it's lovely that you can report the spam. Yeah. And was that another one?
Yep, I've got that one, Ros.
That's the if. You got the if one. Okay, you've got it.
I'm going to get ifed in a minute.
Ifted. Well, I've got this one. It's a beautiful deck. Now, let me see. This one is the Pixies, and I'm going to go solo to show you the card. Now, that's the deck. It's Pixies Astounding Liniment. I think they're a gorgeous little deck. And it's more along the set, trying to find where to hold it. It's the bouquet. Now, the bouquet with relationships, it really is the acknowledgement. And when the acknowledgement in a loving way, it really comes from the heart. When you get the bouquets, mostly you would feel that sense of connection in a really more deeper way. So I'm feeling that as far as your relationship goes, that it's going to going to grow into more depth of understanding, more depth of recognition and acknowledgement and love, because it's that thank you, it's that honoring, it's, the bunch of roses in a loving way. So that's what I'm feeling with this card. I'll put it up closer because here's me holding a small card way back. That was dumb. Wasn't it, Leanne?
And I had to laugh because I'm shuffling and cards are jumping out at me, and the card that comes out was the love card. Sort of thing. So to me, that just backs up everything that Ros has just said to you. All right.
Yeah. Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, we're further down. I've sort of lost a bit of my direction here, a bit behind, showing my granddaughter. Your cat. Dobby. Dobby. Give him a sock, set him free.
That's the thing. He's at my office door wanting to get out to go outside, but in our area, cats are not allowed outside. I think it's from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or something. Yeah, so he's just wandered off with attitude because I've ignored him.
Yeah.
He'll come back shortly. You won't.
Cat's lovely, though. I mean, I do like cats. I just can't have a cat here with 2 dogs.
He's got a big personality for a rescue cat.
So Sarah's just mentioned listening to you both is definitely a form of relaxation.
Oh, how sweet.
Thank you. I just had to show that one up. That was lovely. Thank you. Question, are you both looking to find messages or drawing cards this day? Oh, that was a silly one to put up because you know what we're doing now.
Now I've got the dog coming to say hello.
Yeah. And Tiana, we did put that one. Oh, you've put it in twice. That's fine. Now I can't remember what was the fun. What would we have been talking about at 3 minutes past 9? I wonder. Oh, look at it.
Sorry, look down my top.
Look. Hey, it was a funny one earlier this week, working with the Peaches. I decided to test the setup with the Archon the stand, the portable stand that you can put your iPad and a phone on to do a live stream. So I was there doing it. No, you don't really look at. I had the iPad on for the the monitoring, the feedback, and the rest. And there I am cutting the peaches. That's what I had the camera on. The phone was pointing to where I was cutting the peaches and putting them in the dryer. But there's my cleavage sitting right back underneath. When I first, and I looked and thought, oh, gee, you don't want to see that.
Goodness.
A very quick reaction in the end. I had to
If
shift
you've
it
got
out.
it, flaunt it.
Oh, God.
When you don't flaunt it very often.
It was funny. It was funny. Oh, here's Anne. She'd like to have a card.
Okay,
Oh,
yes to
another
another
dog.
dog.
Oh, can I please have a reading and will I get another dog?
And I love the fact mine just wandered in around the same time as the card comes up.
I think so. Yeah.
And the cat's just come back. I had two cards come out, the goddess and the warrior. So I'll deal with the cat in a second. So standing in that feminine energy and your beautiful energy, honey, but also the strength, the determination is very much there with that. Can you please take your cat?
And I think dogs like playing with birds too. So there you go. No, I mean, it's not like that. Yeah, I think as far as birds go, I think really having another, I did get a yes for the other dog, for having another dog as well. And I think really it's a definite way we communicate with all creatures, but it's most especially with dogs. We have that special connection and energy with dogs. And just the fact, Leanne, that yours came up at that perfect time. Mine are outside the door, thank goodness. But yes, so open that communication channel with your pets, with what you're needing to, because they'll have some messages for you too.
I love it, Emma's comment there, Dobby from Harry Potter. I'm not sure where he got his name from, whether it was that or not, but he's cute. He can be very cute like Dobby. I thought Dobby was really cute on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
I did too. I think so many of those... Yeah, so many of those characters really do gel with our own personas. We can see ourselves in some small way in each and every one of the characters out of a Harry Potter. That's what I feel when I'm watching it. I think that's why it does attract so many viewers and followers. The way that she wrote, the way that the screenwriters have interpreted it as well. Yeah. So, here's one near the bottom too, Darlene. Hi, lovelies. Oh, lovely ladies. Having tests done next week. Doctor concerned about an autoimmune disease. I'm trying not to stress, not feeling very well at all. Hugs. Breathe, let the stress out. Yeah. Having family members who have autoimmune disease, it really is the attitude that you carry with you. Even, look, it could be that there is absolutely nothing that is at that level for you. Just have the positiveness of ease of moving through whatever the diagnosis is and et cetera, from the tests, that it's as it is and you'll still be strong, whatever the results and the answers. What are you getting for that, Leanne? Because we don't diagnose, we don't do the medical stuff as such.
That's it, and we're not trained in that. And when I do touch on medical, it's only guided by spirit, and they will give me warning bells if it's serious. If not, it's about maintaining it. Honey, I'm not getting warning bells around you. Even if it does come back as you do have an autoimmune system, I get the reference to it is like an issue there. It is about balancing it in that way. Now, the mindset is a very big part of that as well. So if you can stay in that positive energy, that positive mindset, try to live a healthier life, like eating healthy, removing as much stress as you can from your body, the more your body is going to react to that. Okay, I'm a big believer that when we hold on to things in our aura system, our energy system, our aura, the body eventually goes, enough is enough, and it turns things into the physical. So what is it that you need to let go of from the past? What is the work that you need to do on you? Okay. So even if it does come back as diagnosed as yes, it is positive, you've got the ability to change that, honey. All right. So to me, I feel like there are blocks around you, but I'm not prepared at this stage, or I'm not getting an answer to say yes or no. But I do feel changes are needed at the moment. Okay. So it could be your body just saying it's had enough. It needs a break. Things need to change. Our bodies make really good pendulums. Okay. So trusting in that stuff.
Yes, and our bodies do make very good pendulums. It was one of the things, I was just trying to find where we were back to. It was one of the things that I remember doing in, when I was learning therapies and various techniques that, as pendulums, and it was the pendulum work that I remember us doing, that you could use a pendulum, you could do muscle testing and finding out what muscle testing was, or allow your body to be the pendulum. And it took a little bit of practice, but it is so easy to do when you really think about it and allow the body to be the pendulum. So
can I just make another point too? And this is a little bit more off topic in a sense. If you ever get healers that reach out to you and promise you that they've got a fix, or they push themselves onto you, stay right away from them, because to me it's not very good morals to actually approach somebody and push yourself onto them in that way. All right. I'm a big believer, if you've got issues or you're worried about something, you go to the doctor and you get it checked out. Get that clear picture of what you're working for, not these. And I've seen in the last couple of days somebody have a healer reach out and say all this stuff to her that was quite damaging and caused a lot of damage. It was just lucky that the lady that she did it to was quite strong, but it did trigger her in past stuff and grief that she has had to deal with over and over again. So please, people, do be aware of these people that do that. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, there is the it's the position of you need to be giving people permission first.
And it's same for readers.
Don't ever accept anything that's not given with your permission. If you've not asked for advice and a reader comes up and tells you, whatever your fortune is or something about you that they're just blurting it out, don't accept it. It's not been asked for.
That's it.
Vein.
Yeah.
Similar vein. Exactly. It's wonderful to have you here asking and feeling safe enough that you can ask. We thank you for that, because that is our purpose in being here. It is inviting what your questions are.
Yeah.
Not those that are coming in trying to hook off.
Yeah.
Etc. Like the trolls they are.
Yes.
So who do you see around Sarah? Are there any messages for her?
Okay, Sarah, straight away, I don't want to use the cards with your energy. I get the reference to needing to connect with you, but I feel very much in my own head, and I feel like I've got pressure around me at the moment as well with that. So would I be right in saying you're going through a few things at the moment, and I get the reference to you need to be able to take that step back, take that deep breath and clear your mind. Still your energy, because I get it's quite heightened at the moment and you're being pulled back into old patterns, okay? Things are a bit testing, and I get the reference to it is going to clear, but you need to keep that clear focus of where you're moving forward into and the boundaries set around that, okay? I do feel there's an older gentleman, I want to say a grandfather figure, and I'm very much drawn to Dad's side of the family with that side of it as well, okay? This is your year to shine, honey. Don't let other things stand in your way, all right? So to me, I do feel there has been limiting things and people around you in the past. That is changing. This is your year, okay? So I wish you all the best with that. Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Big things coming.
And all I've got, I did have a card for Sarah, but I'm just going to put that up and you'll know exactly what that means in context, because we have had it mentioned over the last few days with the daily cards. So thank you so much. I feel assured. So thank you, Fawn, for giving that feedback. I'm aware that I've actually got to read through these comments in case it's one of those that's gone through that's now deleted. You know what I mean? So I can't just pop them up.
Yeah. That's it.
So, Kavita, hope you're well. Oh, hi there. Hope you well. I would like to know if I will find another job anytime soon. I lost my job.
Yes. Okay, yes with that. Okay. I feel like you need to be looking outside the box though, honey. So looking for something a little bit different than what you've done in the past. But yes, I get a yes with that. It's not too far away.
I did too, but there was a little hesitation. So you need to step into it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, honey.
Yes. And Terry's just saying things definitely happen for us. Definitely. And that's referring back to a long time conversation now.
That's the thing. You know, we can either choose to allow things to happen to us, or we create that flow for things to happen for us.
Yes.
I choose to I'm unavailable for things to happen to me. I'm available for things to happen for me.
Yeah, and we've got, we have been gifted with choices that Fawn's mentioned. And yes, there's certainly some other comments there. Look, I'm not going to be able to put all of them up. And we have sort of come to pretty much the end of the time. We usually allot being the hour. Thanks, ladies. Usually positive and believe things happen for us. Yes, just exhausted from some drama. So thanks for the reminder. And it's allowing the space and right timing for us to actually put into place our boundaries. We need to actually have some boundaries too. And being able to say with confidence, look, it's not something I'm going to deal with right now with you or anyone else. I'm spending time for me and that type of thing. So, I'm just in that queue. Yes, where there's all of those wonderful little comments there. I noticed one that was there. Rosie, she pops in my morning show. So it's lovely to see you, Rosie. Thank you,
Rosie.
And goodness, there was a few, wasn't there? I will just have a quick look at that one because you've asked a question. Will you ever find true love? Sick of being hurt and used by men. My first feeling in that is, do you really feel that you need to have that love of somebody else sense into and get to love that inner self, that you first? Are you doubting self? That's just the question that I'm getting. So I'm feeling, what are you feeling around that, Leanne?
Yeah.
I think it's that self first in this instance.
Yeah, that was what was coming to me, is that love comes from within first. So we need to love ourselves to be able to generate that energy inner, okay? I'm a big believer in when we get very focused on that sort of stuff, we can create the blockages with that, okay? So see yourself being in a relationship, feel that energy, but at the same time, go with the flow. Let the universe manifest that for you. Let the universe bring that person in. You don't need to know who that person is at the moment. You need to do the work on yourself and open your heart up and let go of the blockages that are been sitting there as well, honey. Okay. I've got a workshop coming up, the Epic Life. I feel that might be good for you to be able to work on that side of the fears, the blockages, the self-confidence, and attracting that energy into your life, honey, if you're interested. Okay.
Yeah, and I reckon it'll be a good one. Oh, as in your series. Sorry.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. At the moment, a lot of us are wanting change, and we know there are more in our lives, but we don't have the tools to know how to make those changes and break those old habits. So I'm really excited to be able to be doing this workshop. So watch people start to evolve.
And it's wonderful watching transformations.
Yeah, definitely.
And just to answer that Anne's noticed, what's the flashing light behind me? Yeah, I did decide to put it on. It's actually a little salt lamp type thing that operates from a USB. I happen to have a USB power point, like, with the little slots in the power point itself, so I can put it against the wall. It doesn't have to be connected to a computer. So that's sitting in the background. What salt lamps do is help to purify, ionize the air. So it's actually part of the process of the energy exchange that crystals share with us. And it's all the crystals in a salt lamp that hold that energy to absorb what's the negative and put out the positive. So that's the reason why I've got it there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Now, there are some further questions, but we have actually run out of time. So I wanted to do this one just for the fun of it. And I don't know why. I just like watching spinning wheels. So I'm going to click it to, oh, hang on, I've got to go to the other page, don't I? And you guys are going to see it. So there we go. Let's see what card it lands on. And there might be someone winning a special prize. No one does. We've got the stork.
The stork's the winner.
The stork's the winner. Look, it's just something I felt like doing. So there you go. Now,
is there a meaning behind the stork? Like it's connected. What? The meaning behind the stork, as in the card stork?
Oh, there is the meaning behind the stork. It can be new babies. It can be, birth. But really it's about change and the shift that we make in our homes, in how we live, the attitude, the perspective that we have. It's that fine-tuning. It's the finessing of the energy in our homes, the connection with the people. It's quite a few different things. And, of course, with any reading that anyone does with you, it's not as a only. It is in context with other things that are happening around and about. In a card spread, that's why I have the connection with other cards. If it's, just the one card like the stork and you're talking with someone else, of course, it's going to be the interaction with the energy that is you as we're reading for you. It is spirit connection. It's on that more etheric plane that we're connecting. It's, sometimes you might hear the term higher self, and it's that connection. Guardian angels. There's so many different ways that we can connect on those levels. There are sometimes things we can't understand, but that's why we have classes.
Exactly.
Definitely, Anne.
Yeah,
so
sure.
do check out, I think it's in the description where you can get into Leanne's page, Spiritual Sparks, that at thingy. Mine, it's always just going to be at Ros Boundy. So do check out those two Facebook pages. We each have a website. Mine is rosboundy.com.au. Yours is
LeanneWinston.com. Just to make it easier for people. Just to add, Ros, I'm really excited today to be able to let you know, for those people that are looking at coming to my fringe shows between February the 19th and the 20th of March, I received an email this afternoon from the fringe themselves to say that Lumo Energy have chosen my shows or have approved my shows to be on a flash sale on the 31st of January, which, if I remember correctly, is Sunday, and they will pay $5 for each person's ticket that is purchased on the 30th of January for any of the shows in that month. So if you want to come along, take advantage of that $5 special that they're willing to pay part of your ticket for. Okay.
Right. That's wonderful.
It is. It was really lovely that they're doing that.
Surprise for that. Yeah.
It's their gift to the public.
Yeah. No, it is good. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your time with us. And I've enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure Leanne's enjoyed it. And we'll be doing similar next Friday as well. I do have the morning every morning at 8 o'clock. Well, most of them. Mondays and Thursdays are 7:30 because I have volunteer days. So it's 8 o'clock or earlier. Keep an eye on your notifications. Just join in with the mytimetv.live page and our own pages, and you'll get notifications one way or another.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here, and until next week or tomorrow morning, be the best person that you can be, and namaste till then. And thank you so much, Leanne, for joining us.
Thank you, Ros. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.